All right, so welcome everyone to our interval training and balance class. Today you're gonna have to excuse me a little bit because, as you guys know, I usually tweak my neck about every 4 months, and yesterday I tweaked it, and it was funny. I had a client over, I was telling him how sometimes random stuff like that happens, and I was gonna show off one of my little protein meals that I have, and all I did was go from this position to this, and that's all that did it. I didn't have any heavy weights or anything. So I think my body was just kind of like tight at that moment. And then when I reached, it just something just pulled. But yeah, so luckily I could turn left and right with a little bit of range of motion. It's not this bad where I have to turn. Um, but yeah, so in case I'm not doing some of the movements with you guys know why. But yeah, it's such a weird sensation. Like it feels like a headache, but for your shoulders and neck. And yeah, it's dull, but it's like sharp at the same time. Anyways, I'm sure you guys have felt that pain before, and I'm just whining. I got a whine. So all right, so let's go ahead. Oh, I thought you were in a new room, Debbie. Looked a little different from that angle. But who else we have in here? We have Jan, Kathleen. All right, welcome. Well, I'm glad we have a good group at 9. Like I said, this is going to be um, our schedule for the remaining of the term, which ends in about 4 weeks. And then this kind of gives us a little preview since this is going to be our schedule for the summer hours. So, all right, let's go ahead and start by looking just a little slight warm up. Actually, we could start off with the Romberg stance since it's similar. So feet together, and then let me just lower my camera. And if you guys want to use this like a flexibility day as well, we could do that in case you have any requests to stretch any muscle groups, just go ahead and type it on the chat. So feet together, and then just left to right. And just doing this, I could hear a little clicking sound, but left to right. If you find that pretty easy, where as far as your balance is pretty well, you can always close your eyes for these with the Romberg stance. Now up and down. So some neck circles. Reverse. All right, very good. Okay, now we're gonna go ahead and the left to right. We're gonna go ahead and elevate our right foot, just about an inch or two off the ground. You're here and you're just lifting that toe off the ground slightly. Hopefully that's comfortable. If it's not, you could always have a chair to kind of just tap real quick if you need a little balance adjustment. Then we'll switch legs. Awesome. All right. Very good. All right. We're just going to continue with some of our regular stretches just so we warm up as well. So let's just go with trunk rotation. So just gently, just turn left to right with your trunk. Hips stay forward. Trunk is just turning. So almost trying to bring your elbows behind your back. All right, let's go with big hula hoops. So just wide stance and just big hip circles, loosening up the hip flexors. Yes, continue. I'm just gonna check the chat real quick. Okay, good morning. Appreciate you guys coming. Oh. All right, reverse. All right, very good. We're gonna go with our quad stretch. So remember, for this one, we're holding right above the ankle. We're pulling back. And remember, you could always have a chair nearby. You could lean towards something. So, and for today's session, we'll need some light dumbbells, our chair, and then, yeah, the light dumbbells are just for a little couple of exercises. You won't be doing too much challenging stuff. Let's switch. Yeah, I like this 9 a.m. start. Otherwise, right now I would have been on my computer for another hour just browsing and, you know, not being too productive. Got Ella, the house. All right, very good. So hamstring stretch, so slight bend at your knees, so little slight bend, and just bring your hands down your shins. Just reach down. Just hold that. We're gonna hold it here for about 15 seconds. Make sure you're not getting a headache. Take some deep breaths. With every breath, you might get a little bit closer. Bring your hands a little bit lower and lower. Try a little bit more. And rise back up. Very good. Let's go with the deep squat. So again, just working on our hip flexors, dropping your hips as low as you can. So yeah, so if you don't get as low as myself or the rest of us, just try your best. It will improve. So you could just kind of shift your weight from side to side. So a little bit of a stretch on that groin muscle, tendons. And then now we could kind of go back and forth with the knees. So if that makes sense, we're kind of swiveling forward and back. Remember, if you look at the hip joint, it's like this socket with this almost hammer-like, which is the head of the femur that touched in, and it just kind of has a lot of mobility. If we don't use it, then it just kind of calcium builds up a little bit and just gets a little bit more rigid. So we want to make sure we. All right, and then let's rise back up. Yeah, that could get a little sore. That's okay. All right, let's go ahead and then we're gonna start with our toe walks right now. Okay, just remember those. So our toe walks, we're just gonna walk on our tippy toes, just toes pointed forward. We'll spend about 30 seconds with each one. Toes in. Toes out. I thought my neck was starting to feel better, but I think it's just the Tylenol I took right now that's kicking in. So toes out. All right, let's get on your heels. Okay. Alrighty. So this is where we're gonna use our chair a bit. So again, depending on your mobility, you could use the top part of the chair or the bottom part. Now all I want you to do is grab a hold of a post, like I have this post here. And I'm just gonna go with the legs straight. I'm gonna do kind of little windmills over and backwards. Okay. So if you have a little bit more mobility, you could try the higher side of the chair. But right now I'm just being careful and I don't want to move my torso too much. So I'm just gonna go with this lower side. And again, same idea. We just want that hip joint to get a little bit more attention. I doubt you guys are doing this throughout the day, but you know, our joint is made to move this way. So all right, and then we're gonna switch sides. We can just flip it. We'll do the other leg. Very good.
You are not shown in Zoom.
Just give me 1 second. Do you guys all see me? Okay. I think I had some.
I'm not seeing you.
You're not. Okay. I think that might be on your end. The rest of the class does see me. Not sure if it's your Wi-Fi or if there's a let me yeah, Kathleen, Ella, Miss Wynn, you guys see me?
I shall disconnect and
Yeah,
connect again.
yeah, man.
Okay.
Maybe try just logging off and clicking on the link.
Okay.
Yeah, hopefully that works. Okay, you guys let me know if it happens to you too. So all right. So we're gonna go ahead. Same chair. Make sure you know, if it's a chair that's too high, we'll find an alternative. But what I like to do is just kind of step on it and then just kind of pretty much what we're gonna do is just go lean forward and back. Obviously, if your chair has wheels, then I don't want you to do this. So does everyone have a safe chair? Thumbs up. Okay. Or even a little step. So just and then from here we could actually do these like hip openers. So we want to come this way, so tap your knee, then face not 90 degrees. You should feel that hip joint opening up slightly. Yeah. All right, let's try the other leg. Just position yourself. Yeah. And you might feel that one glute or hamstring's a little bit tighter than the other. So let's just do a little pumps first. So let's just go back and forth. And if you go far enough, you should also get a stretch on your Achilles. But right now we're just doing small pumps. So you should really just feel it, from this part here back to your glutes. And if you pull back, so if you retract a little bit more, you'll feel it a little bit higher on your hamstring. All right, so now let's do the turning motion. So right here. So this is almost like a hip opener, but we're doing the opposite motion. Instead of lifting our knee and turning it to the side, we're turning our torso while our hip is fixed right now. All right, you can step off. Very good. All right, so let's go ahead and do a tandem stance. Okay, so now we're gonna go right foot in front of our left. Right foot in front of our left. And I'm just gonna stand here about 20 seconds or so.
Oh, it's okay.
All right, great. We all should have turned off our cameras so we could mess with him, huh? That would have been mean. Let's go left to right. Up and down. Remember, if you're not feeling too balanced or unsafe, you can always separate your feet. Just make a wider base with your feet and go from there. Should be a little bit safer. All right, we're gonna close our eyes. So remember for this one, if you feel unsafe, open your eyes and just kind of separate your feet quickly. About 20 seconds of this. And feel your arches, your legs shaking, arches trying to grip the floor. Open your eyes. All right, let's elevate that left leg that's behind you. So just slightly lift it up. Could just be about half an inch, not too high. And let's drop that foot. All right, very good. So usually I want to separate those because we do those on a row and some of you guys might fall asleep because it's pretty slow. Doesn't demand too much. So, all right, next we're gonna go ahead and do our slow high knee march, okay? So this one, we're just trying to bring our knee as high as we can, as slowly as we can, and then just switch. Okay, so if you do it too fast, it's really not working much on balance because anyone could do this here, but slowing it down, that's where the challenge begins because now you're on that one foot a little bit longer. Let's do about 2 more on each side. Awesome. Okay. Just writing down my list here. We're gonna go with our standing Jane Fondas. It's a little bit challenging, so you can stand upright, and then remember, toes are pointing forward the entire time. So then we're just going left and right. Just right here. Make sure your toes aren't turning as that leg is lifting. Very good. Then we'll switch. Julian took he had a little photo shoot at his daycare yesterday, and they put him on a pony. And yeah, I don't think he likes cameras or being around, unfamiliar characters, because his Easter picture with the Easter bunny was just as hilarious. I have to show you guys after this one. I think looking back when he's older, we're just gonna have a good time laughing with him at his baby self. Let me show you guys right now. Wait, is this? Don't laugh too much. But
Oh, boy.
That's funny.
Not a
so
cowboy.
he's right there with the
Oh my God.
donkey, and look
Got
at
the
it.
boots on.
Yeah. Yeah. And let me show you. This wasn't much
Oh, boy.
a while ago, but this was Easter with the bunny. So it had the same terrified face on every picture. But yeah,
That'll
so
pass.
I hope that we have a picture of him like that with every holiday, that'd be awesome. It'd be an awesome album. But yeah, he was not enjoying that. So let's go ahead. If you have a yoga mat, if you're in a hardwood floor, let's grab that yoga mat. We're gonna do heel to toes. Otherwise, if you have your shoes on, you can do it anywhere really. So we're just gonna rock heels to toes. So just make sure you get all the way up. Get your heels really elevated. Okay, awesome. Very good. Yeah, all right, we're gonna walk the tightrope. Okay, so let's find a spot, long spot on your area, and we're just gonna walk the tightrope. So just one foot in front of the other. And then we're gonna go in reverse. And we're gonna repeat that one more round. I'm gonna just reverse. Awesome, great. Right. This is going to be one of our more, I guess, advanced movements. This is our round the clock one-legged squat. So this is where, again, we're in the center of a clock and we're just going to tap pretty much with our leg elevated. We're going to go 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, and then just all around the clock, pretty much tapping at every hour on the dial. If you imagine yourself being in the center, and then we're just going to go around. Then when you come across the other side, then you're going to be crossing your legs. Okay, and then we're going to go left leg. Now we're going counterclockwise. You should really feel that working right above your knee. Using your quads for this. And again, we are on one leg, so this requiring some balance work. Easy, Debbie. All right, there you go. And it becomes a little bit more challenging. If you find it a bit easy, then just make sure that squat's a little bit lower. Okay, we're gonna do 2 rounds of that. So once you've done your second round or your second set with the left leg, just kind of shake it off, grab a little bit of water. I feel like I've been getting more like scamming or phishing emails lately than before. So, all right, if you guys are ready, let's go with our second round. So again, let's go 12, 5, 2. Whoa, every round that one. Switch. All right. That should do a little strengthening movement right now. Okay. Let's go ahead and we're gonna do our last standing one, and then we'll do our chair stuff and then our floor stuff. Okay. For our last standing one, we're gonna go left foot in front of our right. So just hold that for a few seconds, for about 20 seconds. All right. Oh. All right, let's go left to right. Looking left to right. Oh, up and down. All right, let's close our eyes. Open your eyes. Let's elevate that back foot. So again, about maybe an inch off the ground. Doesn't need to be too high. All right, let's drop that foot. All right, very good. All right, so let's grab our chair. Do our chair exercises now. So a little bit of the stuff we used to do on mobility and flexibility. So you already know some of these stretches. So okay, so I would go ahead and just perform it right here, sitting near the edge of your chair, the heel on your knee. It's right there. Push down. Slightly push down. Knee up. Really feel that stretch right there. All right. Let's switch. And let's slightly push down on that knee. Let's bring the knee up. Stretching. Okay. Very good. All right, I'm just gonna do a slight hip opener here. So sitting near the edge of the chair again, and then just left knee is forward, and then my right knee, I'm gonna try to push as far off to the side, and then apply some pressure or force with my hand so it remains open. And I want to keep my torso facing forward as much as possible. And let's switch. All right, very good. Right. From here, we're gonna go ahead and just do our leg extension. So we're just gonna recline back, our chair, knee to the chest, and then just leg extension. So don't get worried if you hear little pops here and there. It's normal. Switch. All right, and from here, we're just gonna just kind of stay in that reclined position and kind of do like a leg press. The leg just come out completely straight out. Switch. And leg straight up, and then we're gonna go up and down. Yeah, so just try to control it. We don't want to go too fast. On the way down, if you control it, you're actually working with it. If you just let it drop, then you're only really working on the way up. All right, switch legs. All right. Could sit upright. And now we're just gonna do some heel raises. So just lifting your heels off the ground and slowly dropping them. So it should be like a quick up and then slowly down, okay? Quick, slowly. All right, very good. Okay, now this is the one everyone likes. We're gonna do our chair squats, okay? So we're gonna just go from chair position or sitting to standing with no assistance from our hands. So first one's pretty, it's not too challenging. It's just gonna be no hands being used. And then just here. So, uh, so give me 10 to 12. Good job, Jen. I'm gonna grab a little bit of water. All right, now we're gonna do one-legged, okay? So this is where it gets a little bit more challenging. So make sure one leg. So we have, and on the past, sometimes this has become a challenge. So if lifting that leg is too much, what you could do, remember, you could have your heel far from you, and that's still gonna act as a challenging movement. So you could always just come up this way. And if you find that a little bit too easy, then just elevate that leg and go from there. You don't have to copy where my hands are. It's just kind of protecting my neck right now. Whew. Not bad. I figured I had a leg workout yesterday too. I'm like, why are my legs really sore? But yeah. All right, once you're ready, we'll switch. Whoa. Awesome. Ooh. Okay. So we're back on the chair. You could take your shoes off if you have them off. And then also if you have a golf ball or a lacrosse ball, tennis ball, go ahead and grab that. Okay. Lacrosse ball. Okay, so again, we're just gonna go ahead and then just roll our foot on that ball. Again, it could be a tennis ball, golf ball, can good. I see a water bottle might be too soft. It's not gonna do much for you unless it's frozen. And that's another good one too. If you have pain in your arches or your feet and you want to ice but you don't know how, just freeze a water bottle, take the label off, and just go back and forth. Gonna switch. Find a spot that's a little tender. Let's push down on it. And then just gonna roll out. All right, very good. Right, if you have a small rag or your socks, if you want to take them off, we're just gonna go ahead and grip the floor, drop, Just gonna take my socks off for this one. So again, if you're barefoot for this one, it does help if you're barefoot just because you will not get the same grip if you have your socks on. So again, just grip your sock, drop it, try to fix it, just. We'll switch legs. All right. Very good. All right, the last thing we have here on our chair is our ABCs. So if you want to start with those, we're just going to do our ABCs, just some mobility of our ankle joint. Just trace the letters of the alphabet. Try to do 1 foot at a time. Once you've done one leg, let's switch. Awesome. All right, now we're gonna make it to the floor. Okay, so get our yoga mats. Okay. All right, so this one I'm just gonna demonstrate because I already feel this position aching a little bit. But what we're gonna do is gonna be opposite elbow to opposite knee. So I want you to fully lengthen up your right arm and your left leg, and then meet them together under you, elbow to knee, and then fully stretch. Then repeat. I can actually do this one. So let's do 10 of each. Let's switch sides. Very good. We're gonna do a few more things from this position. Now we're gonna go with donkey kicks. So again, just things to pay attention to. Wrists right below your shoulders, knees right under your hips. So donkey kicks, we're gonna lift your heel up towards the ceiling, hold for a second, and then bring it back down. Again, controlled, down. Just repeat. Okay, once you're ready, we'll switch. All right, next is fire hydrants. So get off to the side and back. Whew. All right, next let's go ahead, left leg, fire hydrants. Whew. Okay. All right, now we're gonna do some quadruped stretches here, okay? So first one, we're just gonna go from this position, just make sure your hips don't shift. We're just gonna reach forward with our hands and then drop our elbows. And you should feel a nice stretch down your back. So right now from there, what I want you to do is with your left arm, bring it under your right underarm. Just kind of stretch there. So you're pretty much going from here to bringing the arm under. All right, let's do the other side. Reset. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and arch up. So again, little cues, wrist under your shoulders, arch up, and then bring your glutes towards your heels. And just hold that position. Reset. Now we're gonna scoot off to the side or shuffle to the right side. Same idea, arch up, bring the glutes back. Reset. Okay, shift to the left now. Arch up. Very good. All right, this next one, we're gonna get on the sit-up position. We're gonna do glute bridges. Ooh, a little tender. Okay, so we're just gonna be here, and we're gonna bring our glutes up and then down. When you bring them up, I want you to squeeze your glutes for about 3 seconds, then bring them back down. Okay, so up, squeeze, down, squeeze, down, squeeze. All right, just relax a little bit. Kind of just drop your legs. Try to reach in front of you with your toes. Just kind of pumping your toes down. All right, next we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna lift one leg. So just parallel to that other leg that's resting, but we're gonna continue with the lower leg elevated. And up, squeeze, down. We're gonna do 8 of these. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Couple more. All right, very good. We'll switch right now. When you're ready, lift the left leg and up, down, up. Ooh, awesome. All right, our last stretch of the day is gonna be book openers. Okay. So remember, we're on our side. Heel on heel, knee on knee, hip over hip, hand on hand. Just gonna follow. Follow your hand. All right, once you've done 10 of those, let's switch sides. here. Right. How you guys feeling? You guys good? A little bit more relaxed. All right. Thumbs up, I see. Let me get rid of this. I don't just want to depend on Tylenols all day, you know? I don't want to become dependent on them. But hopefully, I think last time it happened was in February or January, but it only happened for about 3 days. So I'm hoping this is it. But in November, it lasted for about 2 weeks. So, anyways, well, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like I mentioned, this is already May 3rd. We have 3 more weeks of this. 4 more weeks? Yeah, 4 more weeks would put us 3 more weeks. So, and 4 weeks would actually be our first week of summer term. So, remember that week, we have Memorial Day on a Monday. I'll actually be coming back from Montana. So I'm going to Montana at the end of the month. So never been, excited for it. If you guys have any plans or ideas of has anyone been out there? Glacier National Park? Okay, so that's, oh yeah, Jan, you've been out there? Okay, no? Oh, okay, I thought you have. So,
I
yeah,
went, but I was working. It was not a vacation.
oh, I
But
see.
it's beautiful there.
Yeah, that's what I hear. So I'm very excited. Everyone that's telling me to go is telling me Glacier National Park, and then they're just mentioning breweries. So I'm like, well, I want to go hiking too.
That's a
Yeah,
good. Oh,
I want to remember the trip. I want to have a good time, but still like have some nice memories with some friends. But yeah, nonetheless, you guys enjoy your week. I'll see you guys on Monday. Monday, like I mentioned, would be at 9 a.m. just because I have my monthly meeting. But I'll send a reminder for that. But you guys, I'll upload the video, and feel free if you want to get more workouts in. There's always a YouTube channel with the YouTube link, and there's more videos there. But yeah, if weather permits, I heard it's supposed to rain. Sometime in the next couple of days. But yeah, maybe get some walk-ins before that happens. But appreciate you guys. Thank you again for
thank
being
you.
okay with
Thanks,
my.
Julio.
You guys,
Feel
Bye.
better. Feel better.
bye. Thank
Bye-bye.
you. I
Get a
appreciate you.
massage. That
I
works.
know. Yeah.
For ice.
All right. Yeah, I'll
Take
do
care.
that. Thank you.
I'll